Let's be honest, does AI ever feel like this huge, complicated thing that's only for the big guys with massive budgets? Well, what if I told you that's not the whole story? Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly how any business, especially small and medium sized ones, can get real, tangible results from AI without all the headache. So let's get into it. All right, first up, I want to show you a real world success story. This isn't just theory, okay? This is a super practical example of how one company made AI work for them. And the best part is, you can learn from their exact playbook. So I want you to just look at this number for a second. 20. What could 20 mean for your business? Really? 20 more customers? A 20% bump in profits? Well, for one company out in Utah, this number meant something way more valuable: time. And there you have it, 20 hours. Not a month, but every single week. Now, this wasn't some crazy multi-million-dollar project that took years to build. Nope. It was a simple, focused solution, an AI chatbot. And that's the key takeaway here, right? This incredible win came from finding one specific, really time-consuming problem and pointing a targeted AI tool right at it. So, that's the big question, isn't it? It's awesome that it worked for them, but how do you get your own 20-hour win? Well, turns out it all starts with a pretty simple, repeatable framework. And that leads us right to what we're calling the quick win blueprint. You know, the secret to AI isn't about going big right out of the gate. It's actually the opposite. It's about starting small, proving it works, and then scaling up. And this four-step plan, well, it's your roadmap to do exactly that. But hold on. Before we even dive into step one, we have to talk about the number one rule. You got to remember this. AI rewards clarity. You have to fight that urge to just, get some AI for the sake of it. Instead, you have to start by pinpointing a clear business need. Where's the pain point? Are you drowning in customer emails? Is managing inventory a total nightmare? Start right there. Okay, so here's the plan itself. Super simple, totally logical. First, you run a small pilot project, just a test. Second, you analyze the results, and I mean really analyze, no guessing. Third, if it's working, that's when you scale up. And finally, number 4, you constantly review and optimize, because AI is definitely not a set it and forget it kind of thing. Look, a plan is useless without good execution, right? This is how you make it real. You give each step a clear owner and a specific way to check if it's working. So it's not enough to just run a pilot. No, a project manager is responsible for actually measuring the drop in response time. You don't just analyze it. You have a data analyst run a real cost-benefit analysis. It's this level of accountability that makes sure these projects actually deliver real-world value. Now, this all sounds pretty straightforward, I know, but it is so easy to get tripped up along the way. So let's talk about the common traps that businesses fall into, and way more importantly, how you can sidestep them completely. So what are these big traps? The first one is just making things way too complicated. The smart move, like we said, start with a clear, simple pilot project. The next big one is forgetting about data quality, because any AI is only as good as the data you feed it. Garbage in, garbage out, right? And finally, please don't forget your people. Inadequate training can absolutely kill the best tool on the planet, so investing in your team is beyond crucial for success. And of course, this whole quick win idea isn't just for customer service chatbots. Not at all. You can apply this exact same blueprint all across your business. Let's look at a couple more quick-fire examples. Okay, let's take marketing. A small retail company used AI to personalize their email campaigns. And the result? A whopping 40% increase in customer engagement. Think about that. They weren't just blasting out emails anymore. They were sending the right message to the right person at exactly the right time. And check this out. Here's the efficiency boost that came right along with it. Because the AI was doing all that heavy lifting with personalization, the time their marketing team spent just designing strategies was literally cut in half. That freed them up to think about the big picture instead of getting buried in all the tiny details. Or how about inventory management? A classic headache, right? Well, by using AI for predictive analytics, some businesses have slashed their excess stock by 30%. And that creates this awesome ripple effect. You're not just saving money on products that don't sell, you're also cutting storage costs and just plain reducing waste. So, we've seen the success stories, we've walked through the blueprint. What's next? How do you actually get the ball rolling? Let's pull everything together into your personal AI action plan. Okay, first, a quick but really important note on compliance. The second you start using AI with customer data, you've got to be thinking about regulations like GDPR and CCPA. Being transparent and having a clear process, it's not just a nice thing to do, it's often the law, and it's absolutely essential if you want to build trust with your customers. And here we are, your final checklist. This is everything we've talked about, all boiled down into 5 clear, actionable steps. 1. Find the need. 2. Get your team on board. 3. Start with that small, measurable pilot. 4. Analyze the heck out of the results. And 5. Scale what works and never stop optimizing. This is it. This is your path from being overwhelmed to totally overachieving with AI. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Forget about revolutionizing your entire company tomorrow. Just think about what we've covered today. What is that one specific 20-hour-a-week problem that AI could help you solve first? Because that's where this journey really begins.